Well, hey folks, how's it all going? And welcome back. And yeah, we're taking questions on the Masterbuilt 560 Gravity Series charcoal grill, folks. And this is the 560. I'm going to answer some common questions that I've gotten on this grill. And then down below in the comments, if you want to ask a question, go ahead and we'll do another video answering your questions. Now, the first question a lot of people are starting to ask is, hey, I've looked at these in the stores and they only come in black. Where did you get one that's blue? And the fact is, folks, I painted it. So, you know, if you want to see how I did that, Tom Horseman at YouTube, I do a whole video where I do some quick mods, and one of them is doing the painting. I even painted that little orange, the little orange washer blue too. So this is a high heat temp paint, and it's Ford blue if you wish to know. Let's get into some of the other questions here. Obviously, one of the biggest ones is, how does this whole thing work? You know, and I've had a lot of questions is, once you get that charcoal going, since it's burning in that same tube, does it really go out? So we want to talk about these knives and what those actually do and about the whole system. So let's get into how this thing works so you better understand it. All right, so this is the hopper lid. A lot of people know that. This is where the charcoal goes. And you can see my charcoal down there. Now, my last cook was 311 barbecue ribs, and I had this full. So it is now approximately half, maybe a little less. And so for those of you who think that once it starts, it doesn't go out, you're wrong. It does. Now, are there some ways to make it go out faster? So they've got this rubber gasket on there. And on one of the first cooks, and if you go back to my videos, you'll notice that I was pointing out how there were puffs of smoke coming, you know, from random locations, mainly back here. And what it was telling me is this gasket wasn't a real solid tight fit. Now, one of the easiest little remedies for that is right here, a piece of tin foil that I've tripled over. I've seen people use other products, but what I like about this is that once it gets all creosoted up like it kind of is now, I could probably do one more cook. This is maybe the third cook using this piece of tin foil. Is that when you put this on, it gives you a tighter fit, and you'll know when you're cooking. If you're still seeing smoke coming out of here, then you don't got a tight enough fit. You might have to play with your aluminum foil a little bit. But I found that as being part of the key to getting it to shut down. Now, there's two other things here. There's these blades, and these blades are removable, and that's what you take out in order, and you take them all the way out in order to start. You fire, and then when you're done, you want to shut it down. You slide both of those back into place, and that helps to cut off the oxygen. Also, leaving everything shut down. You got to leave your bottom closed, your top closed, and you know what? I think it even helps to have, if you were to have your lid open, I think there's a little bit of air that goes back in there, but I may be wrong with that. So, but it does go out. Now, does it go out in minutes? Probably closer to an hour and a half, but it does go out. All right, the shelf. A couple people have had questions on this. I did a video that explains how I did the shelf. It's a Harbor Freight shelf, and then I added the board. I show you how to do that. Now, one thing I didn't show it because I thought it was pretty self-explanatory is how it attaches. And you can see there's a series of bolts. There's 4 of them, and they just go through the sheet metal. And I did, you know, put washers, some like fender washers, some bigger washers on the back side there, because this metal is not the thickest thing, and there's still a little give to it, but it'll hold everything that I want. You can put a big brisket on there, no problem. People have asked what are the size. In the video I state that it's 16 by 24. I've had people ask, could I go bigger? I guess you could. You want to maybe reinforce that metal on the inside a little bit if you decide to go bigger. All right, another question is, what do you burn? Do you just have to burn charcoal like Kingsford? I've got some long burning Kingsford right here I'm going to try, but to date I've been just using regular charcoal, you know, that you use for barbecue. But I've got some lump charcoal. You can try that in there. I've heard a lot of people say that it burns very nicely. You can put chunks in there too. So as you're putting your charcoal in, you can put, and you can see I've got this Oklahoma Joe's stuff that I pick up at the hardware store. Got some chunks and some logs. And you're saying, logs, where can you put that? So let's take a look at that. All right, so that's where your ashes go. And this is, I can't pull it off because I got charcoal there, but you can see the ash coming out of there. But that's your burn grate right there. And that's where you put your fire starters right there. And we'll take a look at some of those. But that's your ash tray right there. That comes out, that's removable. And you can actually put chunks of wood in there, and the heat from this and the embers falling down will actually smoke that. I've seen some people that have put a grate on top of there and like expanded metal and put some chunks on there. I think that'll work too. Also, while you're looking, you may be asking, what are all these little buttons for? There's 3 of them on here. And what those are like a safety measure. When you open this up, what it does, it turns the fan off. And that's just to keep the fire from getting really out of control, because when you open up this door down here, it's like a chimney. You just opened up and gave it all that oxygen. All right, how to start. So they recommend using these tumbleweeds. These are a pain in the butt to use on there. What I have found works really well are these fire starter squares. I got 144 in this box, and I believe, and you can find them on Amazon, just type it in, folks. And I believe you can pick this up for like 10, 12 bucks. And you'll get a lot of lights out of that. Slides right in there. You just take a match, or I have a torch, and I just start up with the torch. You could probably just use a torch too and hold it up and get it going that way too. All right, I've had some people ask, have you tried it? Because this has got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on it. Have you tried it? And the answer is no. I have really no need for it. Am I going to try it? Yeah, and I'll make a video, and you'll be able to watch me struggle all by myself. So, nope, haven't tried it yet. But the controller itself is really easy to use, and I've been pleasantly pleased with the results. Now, the temp probe, you're wondering, where is the temp probe on the inside of this? So, if you look right there, you can see it right underneath there. There's the wire for it. So they've got it right kind of down in between this grate and that grate. Now you can see this is how it comes. It comes with the cast iron on the bottom, and you've got what they're calling warming racks, 2 of them. Now I did order another set because you can get actually then 3 levels. So if you're wondering on the 560 here, how many racks or ribs could I put on there? And very comfortably, 6 full racks of ribs. I did 2 the other day just on there. I get the other set of racks which are coming this week, so that's 2 more than 2 on the bottom, and no problem. All right, grease management. You can see there's a removable tray right there. That's where your grease goes. And if you're ever wondering what the fan looks like, that's the fan. That's what makes everything work. All right, sticking with grease management, you've got a tray on the back side that pulls out, and in this case I've got it lined with some tin foil, but that pulls all the way out, and then you can just take the tin foil out, or you can just not use the tin foil and just scrape it out, but it does a pretty decent job. All right, folks, so I answered some of your questions. I'll tell you what, leave some more down below, and I'll do a follow-up video maybe a couple days, and I'll answer some of your other questions. Folks, a lot of people are asking what's the cost of this. I've looked long and hard at these, and here in Wisconsin, I'm in the southeastern corner of Wisconsin, $500 is what they've been going through, and I've seen nothing cheaper. I have seen it a little bit more, but 500 has been pretty much the norm. I've heard people say they've gotten it for a lot less. Good for you. I'm happy for you. But here, that's all we can get them for is about 500 bucks. So leave your other questions down below. Like I say, we'll do a follow-up video to all this. Hope this was helpful. Tom Horseman at YouTube, folks. If you want to see all the other videos I've done on this, that's where you'll find them. Thumbs up, leave a comment, and as always, appreciate you watching. Thank you.